now get you details of a big headway in India-US trade talks. Yes, US team that is all set to visit India by September end is what we are learning. India looks to seal the trade deal by the end of November. September, October, November, 3 months is the timeline that is being looked at. US team that is set to visit India by the end of this month. India-United States trade deal that is still being discussed. US team that is all set to visit India by the end of September. India is looking at signing the bilateral trade agreement by November, which means that 3 more months until it is all finalized and takes shape. India's main negotiator, Rajesh Malhotra, who is working on the different parameters of this trade deal. While India has made its terms very clear, the US certainly rattled, and we see that changing position every now and then, especially after Prime Minister's visit to China. And while the Modi-Trump bonhomie that may have seen a resurgence, how much of it will have an impact on the trade deal talks that are underway. Now, the latest, of course, being that a US team that is set to arrive in India by the end of September. But largely, these talks that will continue to span over a period of 3 months. So, end of November is when all of this will be finalized, a deal will be sealed and be announced. We do see how there have been changing statements that have been coming in. For the moment, I want to cut across to my colleague Aishwarya Paliwal for more details on this particular information that has just come in of the US team that is set to visit India by the end of September and how the talks are now likely to proceed.
Well, Swesha, we will see from what we are understanding at the moment, the end of this month is when that team is in all likelihood all set to visit India. Now, this is something which was supposed to happen almost 25 days ago, but at that time, this particular visit by the US officials was being postponed. And now we are seeing these kind of statements coming in. In the past 5 days, 2 big statements coming in from the US President Donald Trump with regards to his relationship with India and also the willingness of the Trump administration to move forward with the bilateral conversation with India. India at the moment, very, very clear. We have drawn a red line. There are certain areas that will not be opened. But yes, India is also at the moment willing to work on the BTA, which is the bilateral trade agreement. Very crucial meeting will take place. The Commerce Minister, Piyush Goyal, Swesha, let me tell you, has been speaking time and again that India is looking at November. That's the deadline that India has in the mind to sign the first tranche of the BTA, that is the bilateral trade agreement.
Aishwarya, I request you to stay on with us.